Barack Obama once said, "Part of what technology allows us to see is the terrible toll that racism and discrimination and hate takes on families and communities." My name's Elizabeth Williams, and today I'm going to be telling you about social media and television and how it causes a lower level of moral standards in America. If you Google the definition for morals, you'll get that it is a person's standards of behavior or beliefs concerning what is and is not acceptable for them to do. My main topics for you today are teens and social media, television and protests, sexual misbehaviors, and YouTubers. Of these 4 topics, teens are most at risk. Almost all teens have cell phones. Guardchild.com tells us that 88% of teens have seen someone be mean or cruel on a social networking site. The World Digest News, 2 articles done by Reuters, are something that I would like to share with you today. The first is of a 15-year-old girl who was sexually assaulted on Facebook Live. The assault happened on a Saturday, and nothing was done about it until Monday when the mother had seen the video. The second case is something that you all probably know. It's when 4 Chicago teens brutally beat a mentally handicapped boy. This assault was racially driven. InfoTrack Newsstand tells us about a gang violence story. What happens is that a gang will put up a video on YouTube, another gang will see it and retaliate. In this story, the first gang put up a video, and they were victims of gun violence later that week. One of them had actually died. Guardchild also tells us how 22% of teens log into their social media accounts at least 10 times a day. So anything that happens online, there's no excuse why no one is being told that this bad behavior is happening. Everyone, including teens, watches the news on television, such as CNN and Fox. Or they watch this news from their social media outlets. Protests are more of top news lately. The news shows them over and over and over again, and pretty much they only show the violent parts. If you go to the TodayShow.com and search protests, the top hits that you'll get are racially driven, politically driven, or when protests turn violent. Another way people lower their morals is in their sexual behaviors. So for sexual misbehaviors, the World News Digest from Reuters also tells us that a college student is being convicted of 15 charges after he broadcast another male having intimate relations with another male. Other students seen this and then bullied that student until he committed suicide. Cyberbullying, no matter how little, can push someone over the edge. Like I previously mentioned, the girl on Facebook Live being sexually assaulted. Guardchild.com tells us that 41% of internet users have had unwanted solicitations, while 29% have had unwanted exposure to sexual materials. Some people may turn their morals so low that they pit their families against one another to gain views on YouTube. So for YouTubers, there's a channel under fire this week. Philip DeFranco, a popular YouTuber who tells us news, he'll give us summarizations, and he'll give you the right and the left point of view for everything. This particular video that I watched by him is him telling us that this family is doing things wrong, that they're being bad. This family uses their YouTube channel to show pranks that they do with their family. Their 5 kids are either beating each other, slapping each other, hitting each other, pushing each other, punching each other, while the father is punching his kids, pushing his kids, and the mother is yelling at the kids until they're cowering in the corner and crying. Philip DeFranco has called out the family on their behavior, and the family is now under investigation. The part that is influential on YouTube is that people take this news that he has given and taken it into their own hands, and they are now sending death threats to the family. Someone has even gone so low as to try and run the family off of the road with the mother and the kids in the back of the car. That's where it's not okay. The internet influences people to do things that they wouldn't normally do. So through these examples, we can see that social media and television can increase the likelihood for violent behavior due to lower levels of moral standards. The news is more easily accessible through smartphones. Info-based learning tells us that in 2015, 70% of Americans had smartphones. It's more likely that it's grown since then, and that it's now even easier for people to get this news, this bad news, and be even more influenced, such as with the case of the family abuse or the sexual assault that was broadcast live on Facebook. It's more easily available. People do things that they wouldn't normally do to others because of their lowered morals. Just remember that violence breeds violence, hate breeds more hate, and to have a smart mind and formulate your own opinion before acting on your emotions. Thank you.